Hello everyone, so now we are going to do one more mini project. In that one we are going to configure the DHCP server, DNS server and the web server. In the packet tracer we are going to do this lab. As per our student request we are doing this one. Okay, so let's do this one. We will create a small scenario. Imagine this is the small organization. We have 3 server and also DHCP server, we have the web server, we have and also we have the DNS server. So imagine you are working in the small organization and you have this setup. Okay, so let's do. First of all we will take one switch and I will take some server as we are saying. So we will take 3 server. We will say one will be DHCP server, another will be the DNS server, another will be web server. But if we are going for virtualization we will do everything in one server. Okay, but anyhow in this mini project we will not use the virtualized server, we will use 3 individual server. Okay, after that what I will do, I will take one router also because I want to show you the IP helper command, because if you have the router in between, router will not allow the broadcast. As we know DHCP, whenever we are requesting the DHCP, like whenever we are requesting the IP address from the DHCP, we are doing the broadcast. So router will drop the broadcast traffic. So we need to convert that broadcast into the unicast, then again into broadcast. So we are going to do that one with the help of IP helper command. I hope you remember we use this command in the CCNA and CCNP also. Okay. So if you remember in our previous class, we already discussed this one. IP helper address, and we are going to give the DHCP address in this one. Where we need to apply? We need to apply to the interface. Which interface? The interface which is connecting to the other network. Okay. Anyhow, no issue. Even if you did not remember, no problem. We are going to do now. Okay. So let me connect. I will take the cable and we can take some client also. What I will do? I will take one PC here and I will take 3 machine this side. Okay, 3 machine this side. Now we can do the connectivity. So I will take one cable, I will connect to the switch. From switch I will connect to the server. Okay, and from server I will connect this PC, and let me connect this 3 PC here. This 3 PC, what we have here. Okay, here also I will take the switch. Okay, generally we have the switch, we will not connect directly from the router. We will not connect directly from the router, we will have the switch in between them. So let me take one switch. Okay, this is a Cisco switch. 2960 is a model number. Okay, let me connect now this machine, and from here we will connect the router. Okay, so this is a small organization. You have 3 guys sitting, okay, in the first floor, or you can say in the ground floor, and you have some server in the first floor. So I will give the name. We will label this one as a R1, and we will label this one as a SW1, and we will label this one as a SW2. And here what we can do here, we can do the, what we can say, this server we can give the here name as a DHCP server, DHCP server. Okay, and whatever IP you want to assign, you can assign. Let me give the IP as 192.168.1.1. okay, I will take this 1.1. so let me assign this IP to the machine. How we will go? We will go to desktop, we will go to IP configuration, we will assign here, and the gateway should be the router IP. So router, what IP we are going to give, and let me put here, this side we will use 192.168.1.1. okay, we will change this IP. Here we will use 1.1, and this side we will use 192.168.2.1. okay, this is a gateway, this is the router interface. We are going to configure this IP here, this IP here, and in this place what I can say, I will edit this, rename this IP. I will make this as a 2.2. okay, I will give 2.2 here, and the gateway should be 192.168.2.1. okay, router IP we need to give, this is the router, this IP we need to give here. DNS server, we are going to create this one as a DNS server. Let me correct here first of all the IP. This should be 2 and this should be 2. Okay, and here we will create this one as a DNS server. Okay, DNS server, domain name server. So I will give here IP as 192.168.2.3. okay, this one I done. This is a DNS server, and we will create one web server. So we will give this is a web server. Okay, this is a web server. I will give the IP for this one is 192.168.2.4. okay, so I will assign the IP address here. First of all, this is a 2.3. so I will go here, I will write 192.168.2.3. okay, and the gateway will be 192.168.2.1. DNS, this guy only the DNS, so same IP we will keep here. Okay, so this one I am now assigning only IP address. I will go here and then I will assign here 1.2.4. okay, and the gateway will be 2.1. DNS will be 2.3. I think DNS this is 3. okay, so this one is correct. IP address we assign correctly. Here we need to assign IP should be 2.3 for this server also. So we assign here, we need to enable the DHCP here. So DHCP services we need to enable here. So how we can enable? We can go to the services, go here in the DHCP, power on this service, and here we need to create two pool. One side will be 192.168.2.1, other side pool will be 192.168.1.0. okay, so we will create two pools. So one pool by default we have, this is a server pool. So I will use this one default as our side. This side I will use this pool. So here I will give the gateway as 192.168.2.1. okay, this side whoever is going to get the IP, that pool I am creating here. If you connect new PC also, they will get the IP. So we are saying this will be the gateway, and DNS will be what we told 2.3, and start the IP from, we will say start the IP from 192.168.2.10 and give IP up to 50. Our wish, whatever you want to give, and TFTP, FTP we don't have, so we will save this. Okay, now I need to create the new pool also. This side. So I will say here server pool 1. Okay, and here 1.1. This should be 1.1. and this remains same DNS and start from 1.10. okay, so I will save this. So you have already this, so let me create the, okay, this is a server pool 1. okay, actually we need to write add. I click save, so they give me the warning we should add, so I added already, so no need to worry. See here we have one pool, server pool, that is 192.168.2.1. DNS IP is this one. They will start giving IP from this range, and this will be the subnet mask they will give to the 50 user. And we have one more server pool 1. They will give the IP from this range. okay, this is a default gateway. This side they will get the IP, and they have the DNS this IP, and here if you see they will start the giving IP from 192.168.1.10, and the subnet mask user same as it is. So this one, and this server is on. Okay, so our server configuration done. Now we are going to do the DNS configuration. So when we go here in the DNS configuration, first of all IP is okay, no issue. We need to go the services and go to the DNS. When you go to the DNS, you need to add here the name. Example, I will say Google, I will write here google.com. okay, I will write google.com, or any name you can write. Example, we are saying web server, so we will say this is a Google server. So what is the IP we need to map? So that IP we need to write here 192.168.2.4. so if anyone write www.google.com, then they will map with this IP. okay, example, if anyone in this or in this site they are pinging or they are sending the traffic to google.com, it will come to our DNS server. DNS server is going to look in the record, a record. They will check this one is pointing to this IP, so they will forward the traffic this side. Okay, so DNS server is configured already here. This is only one entry we have. That's all. Then web server is, let's go here. This is a server. Go to the web server, that is HTTP. If you see HTTP, HTTPS both are on, so no need to worry, this is working perfectly. So this side our configuration done. If you want to check DHCP is working or not, you can go to this PC and go to desktop, IP configuration, click the DHCP and check you will get the IP or not. You get the IP 192.168.2.10 because we told IP is going to start from the 2.10 and the gateway should be 2.1 as the router interface IP. And this is a DNS server. So this PC is working perfectly. And if you go here in this PC and if you type in the browser google.com, you are able to access the website because the DNS is working. Okay, we will see that. You will type here www or google.com, so it is going to translate. It should translate the domain name and they will send the first packet will go here. DNS is going to give this IP of the web server and you are able to access the web server. So if it is not accessible, then we need to check, we need to do the troubleshooting. Okay, if we let me do with the IP first of all 192.168.2.4, it is working with the IP address directly. Okay, it is working with the IP address directly, but when I am typing here google.com, it is not working. Okay, we will wait, we will check. First of all, let me close and open again. Let me show you. I will go in the browser. In the browser I will write, because this side still we did not configure. Okay, this side, so we are going to check this side. So I will write here www. or directly I will write google.com and I will press enter. Google.com, I will press enter, and meanwhile let me check here the configuration about the DNS we done correctly or not. And if you see, we keep the DNS server off, that's why it is not working. We need to on this one. Okay, I on that one. Now if you go and press again, it will work. See, now it is working. So how our traffic is going, if you want to check, click here simulation mode and go here and again do here the, what we can say, type here google.com. Okay, example, you will type here google.com. When you type here, you can see you have one packet. This packet is a DNS packet. This packet will go to DNS server. A DNS server will tell google.com is located, it is pointing to this IP. Then our packet will come to that server. See here. Okay, this will go to the DNS server. It is going to DNS server. What is present in this packet? If you see here in this packet, they are having the, if you see, this is the source IP and this is a destination IP. Destination IP is a DNS IP because they are going to get this detail from the DNS server. They are going to get the detail from the DNS server. So DNS server will give you the, what we can say, the outdoor is, again they are replying, DNS server is replying to you back. If you see, DNS become the source IP and the your IP is become as a destination IP. Here they will give you the detail where the DNS query, they will answer your DNS query. If you see, this is a DNS query. If you see, here is your answer. DNS told you that google.com is located here. If you see, you can see this one, DNS query. Here you are asking google.com. So they are giving the answer, google.com is located with the IP 192.168.2.4. Okay, this packet will go back to you. If you see, it will come back to you. Okay, it will come back to you. Then you will send your packet. You will send that your packet which you are sending to Google server. If you open this, you will see here the source IP is your IP, destination IP is a Google server IP. Okay, and now it will go. If you go here, it will go to the Google server and Google server is going to reply back to you. Okay, he is replying back to you. So what we are saying, whenever we want to send the server, whenever we want to send to Google, we don't know what is the IP of the Google. So this request will go to the DNS server, domain name server. This server is going to give us the information. Google is pointing to which IP. So then we will send the data to that IP. Okay. So this way it will work. Let me go to the real mode, and now let's configure here this router. So in this router we are going to configure first of all the IP address. So what will be the IP address here? Let me take here. Okay, let me do here. The first we will write no, and then I will write enable config t host name should be R1, then interface fast ethernet 0/0. I will give this IP to 0/0. This is a 0/0. So I will write IP address 192.168.2.1 2.1.255.255.255.0, and I will write no shut. Then I will do interface fast ethernet 0/1, interface fast ethernet 0/1. This interface I am doing, and then I will write IP address 192.168. We can do 1.1. Then we will write 255.255.255.0, and then I will write no shut here. Okay, just we assign the IP address here because we are having only one router, so no need to run the routing protocol, only one router. But if you check here, after you enable the IP address here, this one STP is taking some time. Spanning tree protocol is going to consume some time for listening, learning, all that one. So if you don't want to wait that time, you can do this one fast forward, so it will be very fast. After that you need to configure here, but we need to configure this site IP helper command, this interface. But before doing that one, let's see. Here I will go to this machine and I am going to request the IP from the DHCP server. Let's see we will get the IP or not. If you see, we will not get the IP because this guy is going to send the broadcast message saying that is there anyone who can give me the IP, and that will be the broadcast IP, broadcast traffic. It will come to the router interface. Router is going to drop that one. If you want, I will show you. We can go to the simulation mode, and now I am going to send this packet. If you see, this is the packet. When it will come here, okay, if you want to open, you can open and check what is present inside this packet. If I go inside this packet, here we are sending this packet to the FFF. That is, we are sending, this is a broadcast packet. Address is a destination, address is a broadcast. Broadcast is nothing but we are going to send this to all the points in the network. If you see, because this PC is not having any IP address, this PC is not having any IP address, that's why he is keeping source IP as 0.0.0. 0. He is sending. He is saying I don't have any IP. I am sending to everyone. Whoever is a DHCP server, please give me the IP. Okay. So this one they are sending. If you see, client IP address is 0. Your client address is 0. Your server address is 0. Relay agent address is 0. Client hardware address is MAC address of the client. That one is present only. So this packet is going to the broadcast. Broadcast means 255.255.255. But if you see here, router will drop this one. If you see, it will come to everyone, but router will not pass. If you see this cross, router drop the broadcast traffic. Here, router drop this one. This is a DHCP packet, but router is not going to allow the broadcast packet. So he is dropping that one. And these guys are not a DHCP. They receive this broadcast message, but they are not replying because this guy and this guy is not a DHCP server. So they are dropping that one also. Okay, here also drop, here also drop. And if you see, nothing will be there. This is a STP packet, spanning tree protocol. This one is a STP. So no need to worry. Now what I will do, I will configure here the IP helper command. We need to configure the IP helper command inside the router interface. In the router interface, which interface we need to configure? Fast Ethernet 0/1. So what I will do, I will write interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Because this side no issue. The traffic when it is coming here or if it is going from here, so we have the issue with this interface. So we need to apply here IP helper address. Okay, IP helper address. Then you need to write here DHCP IP address. So DHCP IP address is 192.168.2.2. So here we will write the DHCP IP address 192.168.2.2, right? 2.2 or 2. What? This one 2.2. So I will write this IP here. Okay, and after that, if you see here, we can go to the simulation and then again we will request this. Okay, we will request here. If you see here, the packet, This is the DHCP 0, means he is sending this one to the broadcast because FFF. Let's see, it will go here to the switch. Switch will do the broadcast. It come to the router, and router is going to forward this one. He is going to convert this into, if you see, this one is a FFF, this is a broadcast, and if you see here, it is now destination MAC address is there. Before it is a broadcast. Okay, if you see here, let me show you. Before router, when it come to the router, that is inbound. Inbound is nothing but going into the router. So when you see here the packet, when it is going into the router, his destination address is FFF, and if you see, this is a destination IP address is also FFF when it is going into the router. But we told the router IP helper command, we told that if anyone is coming with the DHCP packet, forward that to DHCP server, this one. So now if you see, router is converting the broadcast packet into unicast. If you see here, it convert from broadcast to unicast. Here before you have this IP, okay, and this is the interface IP, this one, and going where 192.168.2.2. Who is 2.2? This is a 2.2. So router convert here. Router told that, okay, I am giving this IP and they need to go to DHCP server. So this will go to the DHCP server. So router convert these broadcast request into the unicast request. Okay, inbound means the traffic is going into the router. If you see, this traffic is going into the router. Source IP is 0 and the broadcast IP is 255.255.255.255. Outbound means the traffic which is leaving the router. So this traffic is coming out from the router. So when it is coming out, router give his router interface as the IP, as a source IP, and then he give the DHCP IP address. Okay, so it will go now. If you see, it will go now. It will go here. This is coming here, switch. Then switch will give to the DHCP server. DHCP server here, if you check what they give here, here they have this one IP address, source IP, destination IP, and if you see here, they are requesting the IP address. Okay, so relay agent is, this is a relay agent, and this is the IP address they are requesting. We don't have IP address, but this guy is going to reply that one. If you see, they will reply now. If you see, this guy is replying here. We can open this packet. Okay, let's see, inbound. This is the source IP. Okay, this is a source IP because the DHCP server is giving the IP, so source IP will be DHCP server IP, and they are giving, this is the destination IP. They are giving this IP. Okay, they are giving this IP. They are saying we can use this IP. And if you go here, it will come to the router. Okay, and we can play here. It is going here, and if you open here, you can check this packet is inbound here, the FFF. Again, router convert that unicast to the broadcast. If you see, before when we are giving to the, when the DHCP server, because this router convert the broadcast message into unicast, but when he receive back, again he convert the unicast message into broadcast. How I know he convert into broadcast? You can see this address FFF. Okay, and we have the IP here. This is the target IP. So this IP target can get, and this is the source IP, this interface IP. And now if you see, this will be the broadcast packet. It will go to all the PC, but all PC will reject. Only this PC is going to take. I think before it taken already, that's why it is crossing. Let's go and check, did he get the IP or not. Okay, so this one first packet he get, because in the DHCP we have 3 packets. If you remember DORA, so they are going to do that one. At last the DHCP will give the IP and he will confirm and he will take that one. So we need to check that. Let's see here. It go again the broadcast packet, and in this packet here, let me go here. Here you have, this is a client IP, this is a server IP. So now we can log in here, still it, or I will let me put to the real, so you can check here. You get the IP. Okay. So what we are saying, we get the IP here. Before we are not getting IP, but we are getting the IP after configuring the IP helper address command under this interface. If you want, I will go here and let me show you again. With the DHCP, you will get the IP 192.168.1.11, because we told 1.10. Try to start from 1.10. So we are getting here 1.11 and gateway is 1.1. So this machine get that one, and if you want to access the Google server, you can get the Google server access also. So just go to the browser and type here google.com, okay, and press enter. You will get the Google site. And first of all, we will ping and check also. If you want, you can go and ping also. You can access the Google server or not. First of all, I will ping my gateway. So I am able to access my gateway. Then I will ping the what is Google server 192.168. 2.3 is a DNS. So DNS is also working for me. And then what I will do, I will ping the Google server. So Google server is also working for me. So here I get the IP and the gateway, everything. So we should able to access the browser also. From browser we can access. So let me go to the browser, and we can, if you type here the IP, you will get directly like 2.4, you will get that directly, but we need to get with the, what we can say, with the with the google.com by typing google.com. So let me type here google.com. Okay, if you see, it is working perfectly. Welcome to the Cisco Packet Tracer, opening door to new opportunity. Whatever we have in that web server, we can see that. Okay, so what we done the lab in the Cisco Packet Tracer. What lab we done here? We learn how we can configure the DHCP server, DNS server, web server, and we check if we have the router in between, because router is going to drop the broadcast traffic. So we need to configure IP helper command. So this lab successfully done. If you have any doubts, you can write in the chat box or write in the comments. Okay, if you want here, see, you will get the IP here with the DHCP. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. This is simple lab DHCP DNS web server configuration in the Packet Tracer. Thank you. Bye.